Welcome back to Not Just Photography. Once again, I'm Anton Ng, and today let's take a look at the Vivo desk mount monitor stand. It can mount two dual arms independently, and this mounts on to your desk. So let's do an unboxing and take a quick look and see what it looks like. Now let's open the box and see what's inside. Lots of cardboard, more cardboard, and then we have the instructions over here. Now let's take all the cardboard away and see what's inside. So you will start off with your poles. So this is one of the center poles. And then we have a second center pole. And then let's take this apart and see. And see what's inside here. So this should be one of the arms for mounting. Let's take this apart. Let's take a look at this. This is one of the arms for mounting. That's one arm. We'll just put this aside. And it looks like inside here there's a second arm for mounting. So we'll just put this aside. We don't need this. I actually purchased one of these dual arm setups before from Amazon, and it was missing products, so I decided to purchase a new one, but this is the higher model. Let me show you what this is. So this is actually the V012K. So take a look. The V012K, and as you can see by the picture, has dual independent mounting arms. Now let's go back and see what's in here. These are actually cylinder tubes. I guess this is for screwing these two tubes together. You have a whole bunch of screws. There we go, screws, more screws and washers, and then you have your actual mounting plates, and then we got a whole bunch of Allen keys and some screws. This looks like it's complete. The last one I got, which was a different model, actually was missing screws. So, and then I found out this was a better mount, this was a better model, so I chose to return this to Amazon and buy the better model. So these are your Versa mounts for the back of the camera, another Versa mount, and then these are actually, I guess, yeah, these are caps and circle things to organize your cable organization manual. So let's put this all away. We don't need this now. Now we do have one more box. Let's see what's in this box. Okay, now this is cool. Now this is much better than the other one I had before, because this is pre-assembled and this looks very sturdy. It's very sturdy. So this is the mount that's going to be mounted to your desk. So now let's take a look at everything. First of all, we're gonna need to do a little setting up. So let's move this all aside and just look at the metal rods. So we got one metal rod, then we got a second metal rod, looks pretty sturdy. It's pretty strong and pretty sturdy. So now what we're going to need to do is to get these metal rods screwed together. So we're going to have to use some type of coupling, which is this coupling, and we'll screw this together and take a look. So this will go, looks like it goes under here, and then actually, oh, that's cool. You have two little holes here, you can see, and they have two little Allen keys. little screws that screw this together. But first of all, we'll just leave this here. We'll screw this in together. We'll worry about those keys after. And then we will screw this in here. It looks like this one has a hard time going through. So let's take a look at what's wrong. I see it looks like the screw's in the way, so let's back out the screw a little bit. Back out the screw. Make sure the screw is not touching. Now we backed out this little screw here. Now the thread should go through. Let's try again. Yes. Success. So this is part of the mainframe stand. This will be mounted here. And then this will mount onto your desk. So this is the first looks of the stand. Now it's very basic. As you can see in the back here, there's a couple of holes here, and those 3 holes have screws that actually line up to these holes in the back over here. So to make things easier, I'm gonna just unscrew this again because it's getting kind of heavy, and then we'll just mount this onto the back here, and then we'll put this on later when I actually mount it onto the desk. Okay, now let's just get this going. We will need to find the proper screws. There should be 3 screws, and then the screws will just go through here, going out into here. Okay, so let me do that while you go get a coffee. Now we have the screws, the 3 screws from the base of the clamp screwed in to the cylinder 2. Before we can mount this to the table, as you can see, there's sort of a circular plate over here. We need to stick this rubber gasket on here so it cushions the table so we don't scratch the table. So we'll be doing this now. So just remove the rubber gasket. So just remove, as you can see, remove the tape from the back. Make sure you don't stick this together. Gently remove the tape from the back, and you'll see the cylinder over here. We'll just stick this, line it up and stick it in the center of the steel plate. So now we got the foam gasket stuck on the plate, and this is the way this is going to be mounting to the desk. So the foam gasket at the top will just cushion the desk so we don't scratch the desk. Now we're going to mount the monitor bar and the clamp to the desk. So let's pretend this is my desk. I'll be mounting to my real desk after. So this is the monitor clamp right here, and this will be mounted to the desk. So now let's put this over here. As you can see, this will go in here, and then at the bottom you will have at the bottom you will have a actual clamp, which I'll show you at the bottom, and this is where you will tighten this until it clamps to your desk. So let's tighten this until it clamps to your desk and your desk is sturdy. Now this is the arm that will be mounting to the steel tube, and this is where your monitor is going to be screwed on. Just remember, the arm is actually zip tied with the zip ties together like so forth. It will be zip tied together and it will be closed. So just be careful when you cut the zip ties, because this will just shoot out and might hit you. So now this is done, the zip ties are cut, and this will be mounted to the center pole, and this will be hooked on to your monitor via the Visa mount. As you can see, I'm having a hard time putting the monitor arm down through the post. So you will have to unscrew the monitor arm and go from the bottom up, because the way they designed it, it just won't go down from the top up, because there is a gasket inside that keeps on popping out. Now you can see one of my old monitors. As you can see in the corners, there's 4 screws. One here, 4 screws. One here, and there's 2 more at the bottom. We need to unscrew these screws, and after we unscrew these 4 screws, we'll mount it to the plate from the stand. Now let me unscrew the screws. This is the Visa mount. This is what's going to be screwed on to the back of your monitor. So as you can see, there's a hole here and there's a hole here. So there's 2 different types of holes. You need to align these holes up to the back of your monitor and then screw them in with the 4 screws. So this is the Visa mount to attach to the back of your monitor. You can use the screws that already came with your monitor, that's already screwed behind the monitor, or you can use the screws that actually came with the kit. So now you can see I have the monitor bracket mounted to one of my monitors in the back, and this thing is at the top, and this will rest on top of the monitor arm. So let's take a look. Now you see a side view of the monitor arm, so we can show you how this actually slides in. So let's take a look. Now as you can see, the monitor slides in to the monitor arm, and once this reaches down to its maximum level, there'll be a screw here to tighten this together, and this is how the monitor locks into the monitor arm. And you will repeat this for the other monitor. Now you got your monitor arm set to the desired level. You can use the screw beside the monitor arm to lock it in place with your Allen key. Now to adjust the arm tension, you would just put your Allen key in this hole over here, and that's how you would adjust the tension to the monitor arm going up and down. So in a nutshell, this is the Vivo V012K desk mount dual arm stand. Once again, thanks for watching Not Just Photography. Please like and subscribe, and I wish you a happy new year.